Hello, my friends. It's Jory with the Blissful Knowing. I am so excited right now because I didn't have to restart. Usually there's one try where it doesn't connect. But first, time's the charm today. Yay! Jory, I will start over. It's Jory with the Blissful Knowing. Numerologist, intuitive counselor, and happiness coach here with a weekly guidance live stream and December energy recap. I went into December's energies last week. I will link that live stream below. But while I'm shuffling our guidance cards, I will go into a little bit of a review of what we are experiencing from a numerological energy standpoint. I was like, can I get all those syllables out? I'm also excited because we're going to do something slightly different today. Not too different. We're still going to use my 3 guidance decks that I've created, but we're going to do one of my favorite card spreads that I use a lot with my clients and I use a lot for myself. I've used it a couple times in a live stream, and this morning I woke up, actually yesterday I woke up and was told that I need to do this 3-card spread. So we are going to do from my Blissful Knowing Inner Guidance cards, 3 cards. We are going to do what are we learning, what are we moving towards, and what advice can we take along the way. I'm excited to see what the cards have to say about that. This reading, that 3-card spread, I call it the What Am I Learning spread, is not in the instructions, in the suggested uses in the deck if you have the deck at home. So you might want to write that down if you have the deck at home to try it for yourself so you can get a personalized reading. What am I learning? What am I moving towards? And what advice can I take along the way, along this journey towards whatever I'm moving towards? So then we will do our normal with the other 2 decks, our normal cards, which is the Zen Blossoms Flowering Intuition deck. Here's the card we got last week, Receive. This will be our Blessing to Remember card. And then we will pull a deck from my Love is Everywhere Hearts in Nature deck, the Follow Your Heart cards, meditation cards for our challenge to embrace. Ooh, shine. Gotta love that. That's a lemon. I've got so many lemons in my backyard all staring at me. Maybe you saw my pictures. It's lemon season. Excuse me. Before I forget, I just got a shipment in of the Love is Everywhere books, and I have a kit, not a kit. What is it called? A gift set, a Love is Everywhere gift set that includes the Love is Everywhere Hearts in Nature cards. They come in a really pretty case, and the book, and this really fun game you can play with your kids. Once you read the book, you don't have to tell them this. That's the fun part. You hide the magical hide and seek hearts. There's 30 different hearts. There's sparkly hearts and plaid hearts and polka dot hearts and striped hearts. You hide those around the house in places where you know your children will find them. And when they find their first heart, they're going to be so ecstatic because in the back of the book it says, you are loved and you're loved. Remember that's true. You are loved and you're loved. Remember that's true. And soon you may notice some special hearts too. So they're going to be so excited the next day when they find a heart in their sock drawer or their lunchbox. And after they find their first heart, here's a little bit easier way to see them. That one doesn't have the label on it. Then you can say, oh, I have this magical pouch, this heart pouch that you can put that heart in case you find any more. Because they're going to start to see them everywhere and they're going to start to collect them and they're all different. Ooh, Mom, I found a plaid heart. I found a sparkly heart. Ooh, Grandma, look what I found. So fun. So I sell the book and the cards so that the kids can look through all the pictures in the cards and the parents can actually use the meditation cards to get guidance and have a focus for the day. And then it comes with the hide and seek hearts and the collector's pouch. That's all available on my website, theblissfulknowing.com, or you can type in loveiseverywherebook.com. So I didn't have my books in stock last week, so I'm happy to tell you about that now. Okay, fluff and shuff. We're going to fluff and shuff, guys. Fluff and shuff. Hi, Megan. We're going to shuffle, and we're going to talk about December's energies, and I'm going to tell you something fun. Oh, we already got our first card. Holy moly. Oh, wait. Hold on a second. I want to make sure because I've got this new reading. We're doing 3 cards. Hold on. Is this for this? Should I start over? Yeah. I was thinking that's what we have. I'm getting a little scattered. Like I said, we do have scattered energy this month, but it's fun energy. It's chatty and social. Okay, so let me center here. Okay, 3 cards from the Blissful Knowing deck. What are we learning? What are we moving towards? And what advice can we take along the way? So, December's energies. Okay, chatty. Oh, oops. Extra chatty. Chatty and social and optimistic and fun-loving and playful and creative and expressive. That's the 3 energy that we're in. And we have this every December because December is a 12-month and 1 + 2 = 3. But we also have 8 energy this month, and that's something we only have every 9 years in December. So 8 energy is grounded, focused, productive, focusing on finances and abundance and business, and it's strategic. It thinks long-term into the future. It makes a plan. Where 8 energy is very serious and can make you feel like you have a lot to do and there's pressure. The 3 energy that we have at the same time is saying it's okay, relax, chill out, be lighthearted, just go in the hammock. I'm looking out at my hammock. Go in the hammock if it's not too cold and relax. Balance yourself between work and play. That's what these 2 energies have to offer. Anyway, last week I mentioned that together, the positives, the most positive thing we can get from these 2 energies is happy manifesting, or being optimistic about how abundant you are, or happily getting your work done, or being optimistic about your long-term plans. So hopefully some of you are feeling that. Now, we're bringing in this energetic soup really as soon as tomorrow, December 6th. We start to have the energy of 2022 seeping in. Hi, Veronica. Yay. And so you're all going to have a personal energy for 2022 that's going to affect things too. And if you don't know, I offer a personal year forecast for 2022 for you that will guide you throughout the whole year, month to month, giving you the different energies. It'll give you your theme of the whole year from a numerological standpoint, and it will give you your month-to-month themes as well. Right now, I have a bundle deal going on where you save $10 if you buy a 2022 personal year forecast, along with a 1-hour intuitive phone session with me, where we can talk about all the details of where you've been and where you're going, and anything else you'd like to explore. So the code for that, when you put those 2 things in the cart, this the 1-hour session and the forecast, the 2022 forecast, the code is 2022. So that's really easy to remember. But I will make a little post in the comments about that as well with the code for you to remember. Hi, everybody. All right, we're waiting. Oh, we've got 3 cards. We can't have that. We only need 1. We're waiting for 2 more cards, and then we can start our reading. But what I wanted to tell you guys is that, how do I start this? I had an inspiration today, and I was on the phone with my friend Claudia, and we are talking about doing hopefully a consistent series, if you want to call it that, of live streams that are very, very informal and casual, just chit-chat live streams. Because we have these really fun phone calls, and whenever Claudia and I get together, there's this co-created bubble of fun, high-frequency energy. And so before, when I've come on Claudia's channel, I've always felt like I needed to have some sort of topic. Oh, we keep getting 3 cards, you guys. You can't do that. No cards. We only want 1 of you. I'm gonna have to start pulling it a different way. Anyway, I've always wanted to talk more with Claudia on a live stream, but my mind was saying you have to have a subject and a topic. Well, today my mind said, or my higher self bypassed my mind, that's more technical, and said, you don't have to have a topic. You can just show up and create that energy that you always create with Claudia. And you can trust that whatever's supposed to come through is going to come through. And my higher self said, and if you want to pull a card, you can pull a card and have that be sort of the theme to talk about. And that's fine. One card. Woo! Did you guys see that? Oh my gosh, there's so many cards flying out today. Looks like we have 2 challenges to embrace. I'm not going to put one of them back. I was trying to make it a shorter live stream with less cards, but see? I'm not in charge here. I never am. The higher self will get its way one way or another. So before I start to flip the cards over, I think, and we'll see, because today's a 5-day, and so it's a fickle day. Things can change, but I think I want to be doing more live streams with my friend Claudia. She actually has a new channel. I think it's called Church of the Raging Light on YouTube, and she's going to be using that channel for just positive, uplifting, inspirational videos. So that's something you might want to check out too. I can link that in the bottom. But Claudia and I have always felt that we have work to do together, and it was sort of me that was holding everything back because I kept thinking I needed topics and I couldn't come up with topics. Well, now I don't have to come up with topics. I can just show up, and it all lines up with the numerology for Claudia and I for us to work together more. So I think that's going to happen, and I think it's going to be really, really fun because we tend to get pretty goofy, but also a lot of wisdom always comes through when we talk. So I think it'll be really entertaining and insightful at the same time. I'm excited about that. So I don't know if I'll be able to share that on my YouTube. I do have a playlist on my YouTube channel of videos with Claudia, so I'll have to figure out if that's the way to do it. But that's that. For those of you that know Claudia as well, hopefully that's something you can look forward to in the coming year, because we have energy next year of community and healing. And so it'll be a really fun way to connect with the community that Claudia and I both share, and to co-create a frequency that can bring about healing just through upliftment and insight, if not on a totally different frequency level that I know nothing about, but the frequency does its own healing, which is really cool. The frequency that I'm putting out right now, I'm channeling an energy that's coming through, and it's activating all of you. It's giving you an opportunity to tune in and attune to that same frequency. So maybe you're feeling the buzz, hopefully. Anyway, 3 cards from the Blissful Knowing Inner Guidance cards available on theblissfulknowing.com. I don't have a lot left if you want to get them as Christmas presents. They're incredibly popular for holiday presents, for holiday gifts. I have some left now, but I won't be able to reorder. I know I won't be able to reorder before the end of the year. So what I have left is what I have. I will link them below. Our 3 cards. What are we learning? What are we moving towards? And what advice should we take along the way? What are we learning? Think it over. Think it over is what we're learning. Okay, I can work with that. I know what the card says. It makes sense. It'll make sense to you in a minute after I read this. I just hope it doesn't get too dark to read it because there's a lot of text on this card. Think it over. I have so many purple cards in this deck. Here we go. Think it over is what we are learning. It also makes sense because all year long, we've been in an energy of 5, which can be flip-floppy and fickle and just go one way, then the next, one way, then the next. So it can be hard to like lock in and ground in on a decision because you kind of just wobble. But we are shifting out of that to a more settled 6 energy, more grounded. So more time, thought, and research is needed. You don't have to make a decision in this exact moment, so find out as much as you can before moving forward. Trust that you will always know what you need to know when you need to know it. Ask your higher self to guide you and contemplate whether you are acting out of inspiration or desperation. This will help you to know if you are truly hearing your inner guidance or behaving from a place of fear. Imagine the outcome of both choices and pay attention to which one brings you more relief. So we are learning what is coming through so loud and clear, my friends. Discernment. Discernment and tapping into your inner authority, your inner knowing. Discernment. Am I acting out of inspiration or desperation? Which of these choices brings me more relief? The one that brings you more relief is the one that's more resonant with your true core frequency. So that's what we're learning, to act from a place of inspiration versus desperation, and to trust that we will always know what we need to know, when we need to know it, and not a minute sooner. And this is so sync-alicious with what I was saying earlier about showing up on a live stream with Claudia, not knowing what to say, not having a plan, not having a topic, and just trusting that I'm going to know what I need to know in that moment and be able to say what I need to say in that moment. That's the lesson. Because the 8 energy we have now wants to have it all planned out. It feels better when it has a plan. But as you know, man makes plans and God laughs. We have to trust that our higher self will guide us moment by moment by moment, like a GPS, one direction at a time, and we have to trust that the destination that it's leading us to is somewhere we want to go. It's more towards what we prefer. The improved experience. Okay, I swear it's going to be one of those fluffer days because you can just feel it. You can feel it. Can you feel it? We're learning discernment. We're learning to act out of inspiration versus desperation. We're learning to act from our higher self versus acting from a place of fear. Big themes. Leaving fear, leaving the old earth, which is fear-based, leaving the fear frequency, tapping into the higher frequency. Brenda, you're so sweet. Thank you. Oh, thank you. I'm not even going to comment on that because my ego is going to get back on the microphone. But thank you. Okay, so our second card is, what are we moving towards? So we're learning to trust that we'll know what we need to know and to not act out of fear. What are we moving toward? Ooh, I love this. Imagine the possibilities. Imagine the possibilities. We are moving towards using the imagination. That is our tool. That is the connection, the bridge to our higher self. That is how we manifest. By imagining it first. Everything that exists in physical reality started as a thought first. Imagine the possibilities. We're moving towards visualizing and creating the dream. We've got Jupiter moving into Pisces at the end of December. I'm super excited about that. Jupiter, the planet of expansion. Pisces, about the dream. The new earth, bringing it into physical reality by first dreaming of it, tapping into it. Imagine the possibilities. Your imagination is a tool that connects you to your higher self. Use the power of visualization to add fuel to your desires. Know that the greatest things you can imagine are only the tip of the iceberg compared to the unfathomable delights that life can surprise you with. Using your imagination to feel as if you were already experiencing the things you dream of brings you closer and closer to manifesting them in physical reality. Yes, you want to add fuel to your desires. You want to get to the feeling place. When you get to the feeling place, when you feel into that daydream, you're tapping into the frequency. You're bringing it into the now. You're experiencing it as if it is now. When we are in our non-physical realm, we have instant manifestations. The minute we think of it, the minute it manifests. The minute we think of something else, then we shift and that manifests too. It's just poof, 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 poof. Poof, erase, poof, erase, poof. But we have a slower timeline here. Earth is a denser, slower frequency. So there is lag time between what we imagine and what we manifest. We start with the imagination process. And then over time, because this is a time-space reality, it unfolds. Imagine the possibilities is what we're moving toward. This makes sense for me because I just had this inspiration to connect with Claudia and do these live streams with her, these fun, lighthearted live streams with her. And I've been imagining what it would be like. I'm feeling into it. It feels very fun and light. So imagine the possibilities and know, my favorite line, that the greatest things you can imagine are only the tip of the iceberg compared to the unfathomable delights that life can surprise you with. And I'm here to tell you, life has definitely surprised and delighted me with unfathomable delights, unfathomable manifestations, truly mind-blowing manifestations. And if you are familiar with Tabitha Brown, if you've been watching Tabitha Brown, she started out as a struggling actress and an Uber driver, and she became vegan for health reasons. She was eating a sandwich from Whole Foods and decided to go do a video about it, how good the sandwich was. And she said, I feel like this sandwich is making me, my life is changing right before my eyes eating this sandwich. And it was. About a week later, Whole Foods contacted her to partner with them because she went so viral. And now she has her own spice line. She has she's a New York Times bestselling author. She has her own kids show on YouTube. She's been in shows on Showtime. She's opening a restaurant called Call Me Crazy in California. I mean, her life has just exploded beyond her wildest dreams, beyond anyone's wildest dreams. It's been really remarkable to see her journey because I remember seeing that viral video when she was in an apartment. Now she's in a beautiful home. And she has been able to get her husband's been able to retire and do his nonprofit work. It's just been really magical journey. So if you're not familiar with Tabitha Brown, she's quite a fun person to watch, especially if you are interested in plant-based eating. All right, so our last card is advice to take along the way. Love yourself, love yourself. Well, I can't think of better advice because that is truly the foundation of everything. You've got to start there. Loving yourself and knowing that you're worthy of good things is the foundation of a beautiful life. And it's sometimes the hardest lesson to learn. And I think there's different levels and layers of it where you can love yourself and then you stumble upon a piece on your path where something triggers and you feel like you don't love yourself again and you got to kind of reconnect with all that. It's an ongoing process. I know for me it has been. Love yourself. This is advice to take along the journey. When we love ourselves, life reflects that love back to us. Know that you are worthy and wonderful. Get to know yourself on a deeper level so that you can accept and appreciate all that you are. Put yourself first and know that you deserve all that life has to offer. Do not compare yourself to others. You are perfectly you and becoming more each day. Give yourself credit for all you have experienced and accomplished so far. And remember that self-love is the key to happiness and success. It truly, truly is. And I'm so grateful to numerology. For me, numerology is what gave me permission to love myself because it gave me an understanding of who I am and what I'm here to experience in this life. And it gave me permission to say it's okay to be me and to celebrate who I am, to celebrate my strengths and to accept my challenging characteristics. So if you're not familiar with your numerology, I absolutely love sharing numerology information with my clients, helping them to discover a deeper level of who they are through a phone session or a numerology reading that's a written reading. And those are both available on theblissfulknowing.com. So Tabitha Brown, she had struggled trying to be someone that she's not because she was trying to fit into this Hollywood acting. She felt like she needed to talk a different way. She felt like her hair needed to look different. And when she finally started accepting and being her true self, her authentic self, loving who she really is, that's when her whole life exploded. And that's what this card is telling us. It's reminding us not only is it okay to be you, but that is your purpose in life, to be yourself as fully as possible, to be the unique puzzle piece that you are so that you can fit in with the puzzle of humanity. You need to be your actual, unique, authentic shape to fit in. We have it backwards where we think we need to change who we are to fit in. Okay, so we have our Blessing to Remember card from the Zen Blossoms. It's getting really dark. Ooh, opportunities. Oh my gosh. Ding, 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 ding. That one's hitting me really hard right now. Opportunities. Now, this is a dahlia flower, and the reason why I picked the word opportunities is because it looked like these were portals in these petals, these holes were portals into a whole new world, into a whole new life. You just enter those portals, you come out the other side, and there's all of this amazing stuff waiting for you. There are open doors waiting for you. We are shifting into a new energy next year, starting to feel it a little bit more as soon as tomorrow. It's seeping in now. Again, I can help you to understand the specifics of what your personal year and personal year of 2022 and personal months of the entire year are supporting, because there's 9-year cycles. We've got different energies. Each person's in a different energy. So understanding what that year represents for you will help you to align with the highest possible timeline and truly feel the support of the universe guiding you, because you'll be lined up. You won't be pushing against, you won't be going against the grain of the energy. Blessing to remember, there are always, always, always open doors and opportunities waiting for you, but you have to have that opportunity mindset. Hi, Deb. You have to understand that life always has a new door that can open for you. There's no such thing as a missed opportunity, because your higher self can create a new opportunity for you all the time. It's noodle hopping. You know how I talk about being in the bowl of spaghetti and you're walking along that noodle and there's another noodle that you're touching, that cross-connecting that noodle, and you can hop another noodle, and now you have a whole new future and a whole past. You have a totally different timeline now. That's the quantum universe that we live in. There's always another ship coming in. So if you believe that you missed out and that there's no more chances for you, that is a false belief. That is a limiting belief that is creating suffering for you. And I'm here to remind you there are infinite possibilities and endless opportunities. The blessing to remember is opportunities await you. You've got to walk through that door, step through that portal, because lots of high frequency energy is coming through, shifting everything. All right, challenge to embrace. We have 2 cards. We have 2 challenges to embrace, guys. Let's see what they are. Independence and romance. Oh my gosh, that cracks me up. That feels like it's canceling each other out, but it's not. And romance is coming through, talking about soul connections. They don't have to be what you think romance represents. It's about what resonates with your soul. What is a match to your soul? Challenge to embrace. Let me just get the more clear version of these cards, even though it is really getting dark. Oh, typical me on a 5-day, pushing it to the last minute. Okay. It's really hard to stay on schedule on a 5-day because there's always something that pops up that wants to grab your attention. And right before I was going to go live, I had to get on the phone with Claudia. And so that was what threw off my game. Okay. Independence. Now this can be being a leader, but what I feel like is this is standing tall in the truth of who you are, your authentic self. Standing tall because you are confident in who you are. Standing tall, standing strong. Not needing other people's approval. That's what I just heard right now. So independence, not just being okay with who you are, but what does the card say? Love yourself, loving who you are, and standing strong in the knowing of who you are, not caring what other people think. doing your thing, knowing that you create your own reality and you're living in your own bubble reality. So what the heck? It doesn't matter what other people think. You do you. You do you. That's what I'm hearing. Your challenge to embrace is be yourself. And trust that when you are yourself, you're going to make connections that are soulmate connections. Your soul family, your soul tribe. Because we're going into this year of, yes, romance can be a theme of the 6th year that we're going into, but community and family. So finding your soul family, and how do you do that? By being your authentic self. Because when you are your authentic self, you send out a frequency, the true core frequency of who you are, and that attracts other people who are a match to that frequency. Like attracts like. So you attract people like a magnet, people that represent who you really are, what you're really about, what you truly value in life, have a similar mindset to you. They don't have to think exactly the same, but they're in your vibrational range. They're a match to your frequency. That's what's coming through with these cards. Independence and romance. Now, you could say, no, this actually for me feels like I have to learn to be independent within my romantic life. I have to, again, stay true to who you are. You can be in a relationship but still be independent. But for me, this feels like it's telling you and telling me, telling us that when you stand tall in the truth of who you are and you operate from your true core frequency, you will attract your soulmates in life, your soul family. Because romance often means soulmate for me. When I would pull, I remember, this is what's so funny, and I've got to go soon because it's getting dark, but the romance card cracks me up because this was so long ago. I'm trying to remember what happened. I was asking the cards, should I hire this electrician for this job? It was something like that. And I pulled the romance card. And I didn't laugh. I immediately thought, I knew it wasn't going to be a romantic relationship. I knew that. I was already in one. What I immediately heard when I saw the romance card was, they're a perfect match to you. They're a perfect match. This electrician or whoever it was someone to do something at work on my house, and I was deciding between a few people. This one is the perfect match for you. The romance card came up, not to say that this was going to be a future love. Definitely not. It was saying this person is a perfect match to you. You'll resonate with them. They'll be able to provide the service that you're looking for. You'll be happy with the job they do. So that's when I learned for myself that the romance card doesn't have to mean literal romance. It can mean perfect match, soul connection, the right person at the right time. So being who you are will bring you the right people. And not only that, it will bring you the right opportunities, but you have to be who you are. Because if you're not being who you are, the opportunities that you would attract are not going to be a match to what you really want. They're going to be desperation. They're going to come from desperation, not inspiration. So you've got to harmonize with who you really are. You do that by loving yourself and getting to know yourself. And then the opportunities show up. The perfect matches show up. And if you're looking for love, this is a message that you've got to be your true self to find your true love. I can tell you from experience, that is a legit thing that happens too. So, unfathomable delights, my friends, remember. Okay, I can see on the screen it's getting grainy because the lighting is getting really dark. So, please say hi if you're watching the replay. Please visit theblissfulknowing.com for holiday gifts. Your support means the world to me. I really do a little happy dance every time I see an order come through. It makes me so happy to know that I can contribute positive things out into the world. It's wonderful. I'm so grateful. Thank you guys. I'm going to link everything that if I can remember everything I said I was going to link. Hi, Pam. I hope you guys will go to Claudia's new YouTube page, Church of the Raging Light. because I really do hope that Claudia and I are going to be doing super fun live streams that will also be insightful but uplifting and lighthearted and enlightening. I want that. That's what I want. I feel very clear about that. So I think that's where we're probably going to have it all over. It'll be her regular page, Cam Talk, and her Facebook page. And I don't know if I can post it here, but I will do it. I think I can post it through YouTube. Anyway, hi Wendy. Hi Erica. Oh, side note guys, just in case you're wondering about my private live stream event about the New Earth, I was inspired to wait on that because I've been meeting the people, my clients, one-on-one individually, the phone sessions. The New Earth information is coming through to those people. So I knew I had information to give out, but I thought it was to my viewers, but it's actually to private clients. So I hope that makes sense. The point is I'm not doing the private event next week. All right, guys. Thank you for saying hi. And I want to come back and talk a little bit more about 2022. I hope to have the opportunity to do that. So I'm just flowing and we will see. But again, I really appreciate your support on the blissfulknowing.com. And if you are interested in the 2022 forecast and the 1-hour session bundle, the code is 2022. Just put those two in your cart and you'll get the $10 discount automatically with that code. I'll talk to you soon. I have new jewelry coming in too. So check out the Blissful Knowing VIPs. I'll link that. Bye guys. See you later.